everyone, it's Jay the Nerd here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to get all the nerdy content you'll ever need every Wednesday and Saturday. Now, I once again apologize for having my video be in the boring background and not the exciting manga shelf, figure shelf background. But as I said in a previous video, like last week, I think, I'm having a rough time with my mental health right now, and I just didn't feel like making the effort to set up my tripod and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be in this background today. But anyways, that doesn't take away from the content, which is again a monthly favorites video, which are my favorite videos to make. Now, I don't have a whole heap of stuff to talk about because, as I said, I've been going through it and I've been watching a lot of YouTube and rewatching a lot of and replaying things, so you know, I haven't done a whole lot of new things. But I'm not gonna have an anime section this time because literally all I did this month was finish animes that I already started and talked about in monthly favorite videos. So I don't have an anime section, but I do have a manga section this time. Woo 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 woo. So for manga, I read all of the Erased manga. You know, it's funny, I've owned these for a long time, but they're so thick, honkin' big boys that I just kept putting it off. But I'm glad that I finally read all of them because, whoo, boy, were they good, and whoo, boy, is the ending so much better than the anime. Now, Erased is one of my favorite anime of all time. I loved it. But after reading the manga, wow, was the whole setup to the ending just so much fucking better. I won't spoil it. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you read the manga if you liked the anime, because they'd have a way longer, more intricate, great tension-filled setup to the ending and the ending fight in the manga. That seriously, if you love the anime, read it. And even if you didn't really like the anime because of the ending, read the manga because the ending in the manga is so much better. That's all I really have with manga. I've read more of the Beastars manga, but I already talked about that in a video, and I made a video about the Junji Ito manga already. So that's really all I have. Still, obviously, reading My Hero every week. And I have some more manga that I bought at Barnes & Noble that I haven't gotten to yet, but hopefully I will feel better soon and feel more motivated to read more of it. But anyways, next we're going to be talking about TV, which I actually have a lot more to talk about in this section than usual, because usually all of my TV time is anime time, but there's actually been some really good live action TV that I've been watching. And the first is Kim's Convenience, I think season 5. It's the final season. I think that I've talked about Kim's Convenience in a previous monthly favorites video before, but this is the final season. Unfortunately, the show got kind of canceled out of nowhere, so it's not going to have a proper ending, which is a real bummer. But I'm enjoying this final season. I'm taking it slow because I really don't want it to end because it was such a freaking great show. And it's a massive bummer that it's ending. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I've also watched Love, Victor season 2. Now, I'm pretty sure I did talk about Love, Victor last year in a monthly favorites video. And finally season 2 came out and I literally watched it in like 2-3 days. It's only like, is it like 10 episodes? I think like 10 30-minute episodes on Hulu, so it was boom, boom, boom. And it was really, really good. I loved season 2 even more than season 1 because finally we got past the coming out process. And don't get me wrong, like, stories of the coming out process are really good and powerful. Like, as someone who's come out as bi and come out as trans, I know that it's a very scary, powerful, meaningful thing, but so much of LGBT stories are coming out stories, and it's kind of nice to be in season 2 now and not really be about that. And also, like, this season was so much about once you come out, the hard stuff doesn't stop. Because so many things painted as, once you come out, your life is magical, you're not hiding who you are anymore, woo, woo, woo. But I love that season 2 actually addressed that, like, no, like, when you come out, it doesn't get any easier. Like, yeah, you are yourself, and that's great, and you get to be with who you want to be with and everything, but you still have to deal with people's opinions, people's assumptions, people's stereotypes, and so many other things. Learning how to be your identity in public, which is something I'm still struggling with a lot. What's going on in the world didn't help that, and everything. And this is not me, like, discouraging people from coming out, because coming out is great, and I've been so much happier since I have. But I appreciate that the show addresses that the struggle doesn't stop there, and it is an adjustment even after coming out. There are a lot of things you have to deal with afterwards, and I really appreciated Love Victor season 2 for addressing that properly, and also some pretty good, like, addressing of mental health and things like that. And I just really enjoyed season 2 even more than season 1. And then the next show is Loki, and Loki is he's so attractive that it's just unfair. It's unfair how attractive Tom Hiddleston is as Loki, and the fact that Loki's canonically gender fluid and now canonically bisexual. Loki is the dream character for me, and he's a villain, and I love complicated villains, and the show is perfect, and I love everything about it. Okay, and next we're going to talk about video games. And the first one is going to be the Yuffie DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Woo, woo, woo. I've been waiting for this for so many months, and it's a big reason why I pushed to find a PlayStation 5, because it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive right now, the DLC, and I was very happy that I did that because it was so fucking good. I can't even express into words how amazing it was. The sound design, like, was incredible with the Happy Turtle song variations. The music for everything was absolutely perfect. The visuals are perfect. I fell in love with Yuffie as a character instantly. She's adorable. I love her. I love everything about her. And then just so much of it was perfect. I'm not going to spoil anything for people who haven't played it yet, but if you love Final Fantasy VII Remake and you have a PS5, please, please play this DLC because it is amazing. It's so amazing. And the next game I'm going to be talking about is Devil May Cry 5. Now, I've never played any of the other Devil May Cry games, but Devil May Cry 5 looked so fun when I watched Geek Remix play it, and I've been meaning to play it for a while, and I got to rent the game through my friend's Gamefly account, woo woo, and it's been really, really fun. And honestly, not having played any of the other games doesn't really matter. They have this little thing in the menu where it's like a brief summary of the first few games before that, so that you can kind of understand the context of the story when you're playing this one. But even if you don't understand what's going on, it's fun as fuck. It's hot boys fighting demons. What else could you want? And V is my favorite character. I'm in love with him, and I'm about halfway through the game, and it is a freaking blast. It's a blast. I'm having so much fun. But anyways, the final thing I'm going to be talking about is YouTube. I don't do a YouTube section that often, but I thought that it was a good idea this time because I started watching Game Grumps videos. Now, my fiance Rick has been talking about Game Grumps for years and years and years, and I kind of was just like, whatever, because I'm very picky about who I watch play video games, because I have to vibe with the people's personalities to want to watch them play video games, and I'm just very picky about it. And I was just like, oh, I don't need more people to watch, oh, whatever, like, their sense of humor probably isn't for me. I tend to kind of shy away from the male duo Let's Players, because a lot of them have crude or just like bad sense of humor that I don't vibe with. But Game Grumps, I wouldn't say they're wholesome, but they're cute little beans. And I love Aaron and Danny so much, and I've just been binging a bunch of their videos, and I love them. So if you want to watch two extremely adorable men play video games and be hilarious as fuck, I highly suggest watching Game Grumps. And that's all I have for today, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.